Hi, my name is Danica, and today I want to talk about 4-star reviews on Goodreads. So I actually made a video a while ago talking about how I rate books on Goodreads, and as sometimes happens, as soon as I made that video, I ended up changing my whole system for how I rate books on Goodreads. Basically what I realized was I was rating almost all of the books I read 4 stars, some of them 3 stars, and a few of them 5 stars, which made the stars basically useless for me. Now I like to go back and go through my Goodreads reviews and sort them by stars so I can remember those were some of my favorite books and those were ones that I was not so interested in. So what I started doing to make the star system more useful was trying to stick to the Goodreads description of what the stars mean, which is that 1 star you didn't like it, 2 stars it was okay, 3 is basically it's a good book, 4 is you really liked it, and then 5 stars I stuck to my old rule of it's basically a life-changing, amazing book. So for me, it's really easy to tell what a 5-star book is. I rarely pick up anything that I would rate a 1-star book, but I know a 2-star book when I see it. Again, I don't usually throw out 2 stars. And probably the majority of the books I read are 3-star books. They're good books, they're fine. I didn't love them, but they were good. What I've found lately is that I'm having trouble figuring out what a 4-star book is. What's in between a 3-star book, which is just a good book, and a 5-star book, which is an amazing book? What does a really good book look like? What does a book that I really liked, but I didn't love? So what made me think about this is that I was going through my Goodreads list trying to jog my memory, and I had them sorted by stars, and when I went through all the 5-star books, I was like, yep, those are amazing books. I totally stand by that review. That was a 5-star book. And then I started getting into the 4-star books. And some of them, yeah, those were really amazing books. They just had one thing I didn't like about it or something. They were incredible books, but they weren't quite life-changing. And that's great. That's what I want a 4-star book to be. But then I had these other books in 4 stars, which I didn't even really remember reading. Or I remember reading, and in my memory, I didn't actually like them that much. So how did they end up in 4 stars? And I think there's a bunch of different factors to it. I think that because I'm so involved in the book community, I can feel guilty about rating a book less than 4 stars, especially because I read a lot of books that are queer books or they're very diverse and they're doing really interesting things, and I want to support that and I want to support those authors. And sometimes those are authors that follow my blog or my Twitter or who are friends with me on Goodreads, and I don't want to say your book is a 3-star average book. It can also be that this is a book that is obviously very important and I can see how it will be deeply meaningful for someone, but that someone isn't me. Last year I read Junot Diaz for the first time, and to be honest, I didn't love the book, but I can see why people love it. I can see how it would appeal to lots of people. And I didn't want to rate it 3 stars when I knew it was a really good quality book. It just didn't have that personal appeal. It's hard because I want my Goodreads reviews to reflect what I personally thought of that book, just my own experience, regardless of what anyone else would think about it. But that review and those stars is just going to be conglomerated with everyone else's to create this ultimate stars that this book is worth. So I think it can be hard for me to try to stick to that just personal feelings about a book when I know that my personal feelings are going to be counted in, you know, the kind of ranking of what this book is on Goodreads. And I am probably taking that too seriously, and I'm trying to just remind myself when I'm rating it, this is just for my own records. What I've started doing now is going through and re-rating those books, because I think with a little distance, it's easier for me to say, okay, I don't even really remember that book. Clearly it wasn't a 4-star book. But you have more of an attachment to a book when you've just finished it. So that's something that's kind of been on my mind lately. What do you think? Do you rate books on Goodreads? And if you do, what's a 4-star book for you? How do you quantify that? Do you ever look back at those reviews, or is the star just kind of something you put on there and then never think about it again? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.